Hi there, it's Professor Monty again. Let's talk about types of linear equations. Okay, there's three basic types of linear equations. One's called an identity, and in an identity, all the values of the variable work. So you get something true when you work out the equation. Example, comes out to 0 equals 0, or 2 equals 2. The answer is all real numbers, or you can write it with a block R symbol meaning all real numbers. Identity is not the answer, that's just the type of equation it is. The answer is all real numbers. Okay, the other type of equation is a contradiction. And in a contradiction, no answers work. There's no value you can plug in for the variable that's going to make it a true statement. So you get something false, maybe 0 equals 2 or something like that. Again, the answer, no solution. You can write it this way with a 0 with a slash through it. Notice in math, that's not the number 0. If you want the number 0, you can write the 0 with a line horizontally. Kind of confusing because I know in computer science you use that for a 0. But in math, that means no solution. Sometimes they call it the empty set or the null set. Okay? But there's no solution to the equation in a contradiction. And the last type is a conditional equation. Anytime we work out a problem, we get an answer, one or two answers. That's going to be a conditional equation. At least one solution, but it's not an identity. So let me show you an example of each of these. So I've got this one, looks kind of complicated. We'll start off, we'll combine like terms. 3x minus 1x is 2x. So I have 2x plus 4 equals 4 plus 2x. Say I want to get the x's on the same side. I'll subtract 2x from both sides. Well, those 2x's cancel, I just get a 4. Those 2x's cancel, I just get a 4. X's are gone. And I get a true statement. So that's when I say you get a true statement or you get a false statement. It means all your variables disappear. And then you look and say, oh, that's true. So it didn't matter what I plugged in for x. I'm going to get a true statement because anything for x is going to work, meaning it's an identity. So you get something true. Notice if I do subtract 4 on both sides, then I'll get to here where we have 0 equals 0. But as long as the x's are gone and I get a true statement, I know immediately it's an identity. Again, that's not my answer. That's just the type of question or the type of problem it is. The answer is all real numbers. I'm just going to write it with a block R, all real numbers. All right, here's another one. X equals x plus 5. Say I subtract x to get the x's on the same side. Now I get 0 equals 5. The variables are gone. This time I get a false statement. And false isn't the answer. It means it's a contradiction. Contradiction is not the answer either. The answer is no solution, or the empty set. And lastly, here's another problem, looks similar, looks familiar to us. I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. 2x equals 6, divide by 2, x equals 3. Oh, the x didn't disappear. I get down to an answer. The answer checks. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. I know it's a solution. Oh, this is a conditional equation. Conditional just meaning, hey, this equation works on the condition x equals 3. Okay, so conditional, again, conditional is not the answer. It's the type of equation it is. 3 is the answer. This type was a contradiction. No solution is the answer. This type was an identity. All real numbers is the solution. So don't get confused with saying, oh, this is an identity. That's my answer. No, it's just the type of equation. So work with these, practice. You'll get used to it. You'll see other ways that these will come up as we go further along. But this is a good idea to see what types of equations there are and what the correct answers are.